Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica Conaway and I'm a licensed mental health counselor. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who has been following and showing me so much support. I am eternally grateful, so thank you. If you like my content or find it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Now that that's out of the way, let's begin, shall we? So, there are approximately 7.7 billion people on Earth at any given moment. Yet there is no one exactly like you. When we are young, we embrace our uniqueness wholeheartedly. Kids don't care about pressure or social norms. They just live in the moment, carefree. We learn over time how to conform to others. We learn what is acceptable, which aspects of our personality will get approval, acceptance, and love. We then begin the process of creating our false self. Perhaps you were a young artist, always drawing, painting, or singing. The simple act of creating something was magic in and of itself. But somewhere along the way, someone you love or admired sowed the seeds of doubt, and you stopped either creating altogether or you changed your style to conform to what everyone else liked. Some of you may be asking, well, what's wrong with that? When we create something solely for the purpose of others, our joy will quickly turn into obligation and eventually misery. And one day, you'll look at your work and wonder how you got here. Maybe instead of an artist, you became an accountant. Not because you loved numbers, but because someone you admired told you that being an artist would never pay the bills. So you put away your art supplies, all the while deeply longing to create. Unfortunately, this can go much deeper than hobbies. It can apply to who we are as individuals. We can become a watered-down version of ourselves. When I was younger, I was a sensitive child. I wore my emotions on my sleeve. I learned that in my family, this was viewed as weakness, that I needed to toughen up. This happens in many families. Unfortunately, mine is far from unique. Eventually, I did toughen up, or something like that. I decided that no one would get to see me cry, because tears were weakness. But here's the kicker. Changing your outward expression rarely changes your inward experience. I was still that sensitive child, but now I was determined to bury that part of myself. And I did so with a pile of shame and a side of self-hatred. I share this because it's way more common than you think. We tell our children every day that they're not enough and too much simultaneously. Society tells girls that they're not skinny enough, not beautiful enough, but also too opinionated. They tell boys to just suck it up and act like men. These are highly critical messages that even if not given within your household, are given by the world. We have to actively fight against these messages and create healthy family systems. Healing begins in the home, and it takes conscious parenting. And sometimes it means learning to reparent yourself, catching that critical voice within you and filtering it through a lens of love and kindness. I spent years of my life deprogramming some pretty toxic messages. Therapy created a safe place to examine my worldview and reestablish my sense of self. I learned how to embrace my emotions and use them as a guide. Not only do they teach me more about myself, but they help me connect with others. In order to sit with someone in pain, you have to be able to recognize, connect, and even empathize with your own wounds. In therapy, we talk about the therapeutic relationship, but that sounds so technical. I sit with individuals who are tired, overburdened by expectations, lost in a sea of doubt, and I help them connect to the child they once were that still exists inside of them. I get to see painters, writers, creators, dreamers, and believers come back to life. What part of yourself have you buried? I wonder what wonderful things it has to show you. If only it was allowed to exist in you.